Rest in peace to Gustavo Arnal. Um, about about 9 hours ago, he was pronounced dead in Manhattan, New York, due to caused by his death was caused by suicide. He jumped from his apartment, 18 stories high. He jumped from his apartment window or balcony to his death. And first off, I just want to take this time to say I pray and I hope and I put out positive energy that this man finds peace in the afterlife. And God, if God, please welcome him in amongst the angels. This is such a triggering topic for me, in particular. Um, Obviously, you guys know why. You may not know all the details, but this man, it's going viral that he took his own life because he's a CFO of a company, and it's going viral. It's like a hot topic right now, and I just want to come up here and say, like, to his family, like, I really want you guys to know there's nothing harder on this planet than losing someone that you love. So the amount of devastation that you're probably feeling, I completely empathize with you. I hope that you find peace as well, and knowing that he's in a better place now. And secondly, I'm making this video because I'm seeing, as blogs post his death to social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, it's becoming a topic, another thing to talk about, like how celebrities get into their feuds or whatever. That's something to talk about, and it's particularly triggering for me to see these things go viral and become mainstream. And it's like, hey, we're gonna take a second to talk about this celebrity gossip. Now let's talk about this man killing himself or taking his own life. To me, that's very triggering because it's just levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, apples and oranges and should be categorized. First of all, apples and elephants. One's a food, one is an animal. Okay? Why? It just, something about it is like it's disrespectful because it's like another thing to talk about. And I think that's why there's such a stigma behind mental health, or people coming up and saying, hey, I'm going through this, hey, my symptoms are getting the best of me, hey, I need help. Because no one wants their lowest moment advertised and talked about like it's petty gossip. This is way more serious than how it's being handled. It's way more serious. It's way serious. It's like way more serious than that. And I believe if we were to handle situations like this delicately, future people going through similar problems or being in a similar frame of mind may feel more open to share, to get help, to solicit different advice, to use different resources. Because at the end of the day, it would be like, hey, I'm going through this, but I know that people are going to take it seriously. And not so much of, hey, if I say anything, what are people going to say about me? What are people going to think? People are going to think I'm weak. People are going to think I'm crazy. And it's very much given that's the truth. Like, people who don't want to talk about their mental health, they're not afraid for no reason. They're afraid because we see it time and time again when there's a celebrity or a figure or someone with clout or someone who takes their life or experience death by suicide. We see it time and time again. It's treated as if it's petty gossip. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has something to say. People draw conclusions. People make up scenarios about why they think a person did it. People just treat it like petty gossip, and it's more serious than that. Let me tell you something. For a person to go to the building I believe is 150 stories. But for a person to jump off of their balcony or out of their window, whichever the two it was, of an 18 stories up, that's, bro, you're going to be falling for it. And have no, and just have no, like, fear of dying. Because in that moment, when you do something when a person does something like that, there's no fear of dying. The only thing they're going through in that person's mind is, I want this shit to stop. So whatever symptoms he was currently going through and battling, I don't know. I don't know if he was taking medication, seeking any treatment, but whatever symptoms he was currently going through on his own, because his wife said she had no idea. That's what one of the blogs said, but honestly, Lord knows if that's true, because like I said, people are treating it like petty gossip, so at this point they may have lied about that too. But for a person to get to that point, the only thing they're going through in their mind is instant release. I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to continue to go through the same amount of pain and suffering and anguish, depression, anxiety, whatever you want to call it. That's what's going through that person's head in that moment. So the lowest you've ever felt, for people who don't really have mental illnesses or whatever, the lowest you've ever felt, think about that. And go 15 to 30 times lower. And here's the thing. Here's the scary part. That man did not do that just in an instant. We don't know how long he was in that state of mind. Some people wake up and they have that state of mind for hours. Some people have it for weeks, days, months, and they're just that low, and they get to a point where it's like, enough is enough. There's no hope. To be hopeless is the worst thing a person can ever feel. Hopelessness. No way out. No solution. Nothing can be done to cheer them up or bring them back joy. No will to live. This is real life stuff, and people go through it every day, and it's not something that should be treated like petty gossip. And a lot of people are like, oh, this man, he was a CFO of a major company. It's like, how could he do that? Listen, that shit don't mean nothing. When I was seeking mental health treatment, let me tell you who was in the room with me. Mind you, I'm unemployed. At the time, I was an unemployed, formerly some professional. I was sitting in that room with doctors, lawyers, stockbrokers, entrepreneurs, people with clout on Instagram and TikTok or whatever. So what is that word? Influencers. We put too much measurement on what people have. It's about what's going on inside. And even deeper than that, for me, it's about how balanced a person is. How much hope in life they have in them. Do they have a will to live? Because if we were to really put our value system on whether or not a person has a will to live, the world would change. Because everyone would have it. We would help one another get there. So really think before you comment little petty stupid comments under this man's post or pictures, and you want to treat this like petty gossip. Think about how terrifying it would be for you to live in a state where you have no will to live, you have no hope. Think about that for a second. And for the people who can't grasp it, let me paint you a picture. Go inside of your closet in the middle of the night. Go in your closet or the darkest place in your house. Turn off all the lights. Turn off all noises. On top of that, stuff headphones with socks. Not, the Beats headphones. Put socks in there. Put them over your ears and sit in your closet. for an hour. And that's how it feels. The emptiness, the loneliness, the nothing, the hopelessness. The difference is you can get out of your fucking closet and turn on the lights. Some people, there's no way out. Some of us, we have to just fucking try to get through the darkest days, the loneliest hours, and we have to try. We have to try. We have to try. We have to constantly conquer our own temptation to end our lives. This is not, like, this is some real serious shit. Like, this is not like petty gossip. People going through real stuff behind closed doors. So just consider that. That's all I'm saying. Consider that. I was very triggered by that, and again, I'm so sorry for his loss. And just know, if you can relate to this video and you can relate to Gustavo taking his life, or you can, for the girls who get it, and the girls who don't. If you understand, you feel a certain type of, I get it, I just ask that you just hang in there, you know what I mean? It's not easy. Every day is a battle. Fuck that, every millisecond. Every millisecond is a battle. Not me getting hyped, child. Let me calm down. Every millisecond is a battle. But you can make it through. You can make it through whatever it is. And if you're struggling, and you don't have a will to live and you don't have a fear of dying, just hang in there. Hang in there. Just keep going. Keep going. Sit in your emotions. Process it. If you've been struggling getting help, going to psychiatrists, therapists, psychologists, talk therapists, pastors, whatever. If you're struggling to get help and you feel like the help isn't helpful, it is your responsibility to keep looking. Keep looking, because, hey, I'm struggling myself, but like at the end of the day, I believe one day there'll be a therapist who just gets it. There'll be a therapist who just gets it. There'll be a psychiatrist who just gets it. There'll be a psychologist who just gets it. I'm so sorry for this man's loss. To lose his own life.